India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi held delegation-level talks with Guyana's President Dr. Mohammad Irfan Ali in Georgetown. The two leaders discussed bilateral cooperation in various fields, including trade and investment, and they exchanged views on global and regional matters. An MOU was exchanged between India's Central Drugs Standard Control Organization and the Drug Regulatory Authority of Guyana on cooperation in the field of medical products regulation. Another MOU was exchanged on cooperation in hydrocarbons sector. The two countries also exchanged an MOU on cooperation in the field of agriculture and allied sectors. India and Guyana also exchanged an MOU in the field of digital payments for the launch of the Unified Payments Interface-like payment system. Earlier, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi was accorded a ceremonial welcome at the State House in Georgetown. It is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's maiden visit to Guyana and the first by an Indian Prime Minister in 56 years. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi was received by the President of Guyana and the Prime Ministers of Grenada and Barbados, besides the Cabinet of Guyana at his hotel. In a special gesture, Prime Minister Modi was given the key to the city of Georgetown by its mayor. The hotel lobby was adorned with vibrant cultural displays and the atmosphere was filled with a sense of pride and celebration. Inside the hotel, the Indian and Guyanese communities greeted the Prime Minister with traditional hospitality. Guyana will confer its highest national award, the Order of Excellence, on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Barbados too will confer its honorary Order of Freedom of Barbados on Prime Minister Modi. Dominica has announced its highest national award, the Dominica Award of Honor, on Prime Minister Modi a few days back. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi will join leaders from the Caribbean partner countries for the second India-CARICOM summit. The CARICOM heads of government and India's Prime Minister had last met in 2019. The leaders had met on the margins of the 74th session of the UNGA. They discussed cooperation in modalities in renewable energy and climate change through a $150 million credit line from India. The process of formalizing relations with CARICOM as a bloc and India began in 1985. An agreement on scientific and technical cooperation was signed. The first meeting of the CARICOM India Joint Commission was convened in June 2015. The meeting identified areas of cooperation as agri-business development, food security, health, small business development, marine development, fisheries and disaster management. Right, so those were the key takeaways from Prime Minister Modi's ongoing visit to Guyana, the first such visit by an Indian Prime Minister in 56 years. A number of MOUs were signed towards the end of the delegation-level talks headed by the Prime Minister and the President of Guyana, the host country, in Georgetown, the capital of that country. Remember, Prime Minister Modi is on a three-nation tour that first took him to Nigeria for a bilateral visit, followed by his visit to Brazil for the G20 summit. And now he is visiting Guyana on the third and last leg of his three-nation tour, where he will also address the Indian diaspora, address the Guyanese lawmakers, and also co-chair the second India CARICOM summit.